Do it yourself. Well, self, go ahead and do it. Don't blame me. I'm not responsible for whatever the fuck it is you come up with to fuck up to do it. All right? But go ahead, do it yourself. I'm not sure if it's a mistake. I mean, most I just kind of try to follow along with what we were supposed to do, and we were brought up, and your kids and fucking parents, and they're all married and stuff, and they got more kids, and there's diaper changing going on, and you got to go on vacations and go camping, and go out in the rough, and I mean, why the fuck would anybody want to go camping and sit out there in the dirt and get dirty? And I mean, there's all kinds of weird shit goes on, in this society. I think they use that word a little too loosely. But anyway, so do it yourself. Here we go, another adventure with this woman that I felt obliged to marry because some societal norms said, "Hey, you're not worthy of, being a good human unless you get married and fuck your wife." And then she spits out some of them little fuckers you gotta do the diaper changing on, all that shit. And so I did it. I go, okay, yeah, okay, let's get married. Now we're in the do-it-yourself phase. All right. So we're not rich enough to hire somebody to come out and, build us a new house or tear down a wall and, put in a window. I don't know. Whatever the fuck. But my wife, she's full on into this mode. Do it yourself. Little does she know, she ain't got no talent for nothing. I mean, she's actually a pretty poor lay. If I didn't have a whole bunch of testosterone, there would be nothing going on here. But okay, let's give her a little credit here. So she got an idea, and I'm eating some toast and drinking some coffee, and my wife thought, honey, we should paint the kitchen baby blue. Oh, fuck. How did I get here? Imagine just wanting a cup of coffee. Wake up early, you try not to wake her up because, well, shit. It's better without her early in the morning. Well, most of the day, actually. But she woke up. And she's down in the kitchen. But imagine waking up early. I mean, even worse than that. Worse than not being able to have some coffee in a peaceful environment where the fucking walls aren't painted some fucking obnoxious baby blue. I mean, just fucking imagine. All right, but now imagine. You wake up and your wife is already hovering over you, smiling at you. Oh dear, let's go down to the baby blue kitchen and make a cup of coffee. Well, you know what? Starbucks, as much as I think it's one of the dumbest fucking things humans have ever done, pay $4 or $5 for a fucking 6-cent cup of coffee, it's starting to make a lot of sense to me. Now when I go by a Starbucks and look at all those people in there, I understand. It's got nothing to do with the price of a cup of coffee. It's like, I need to get the fuck away from my spouse just for a while. Just gotta go in there. I don't care. Charge me $100. Whatever. That's what it is, man. You go in a Starbucks, and all those people in there are desperate. They're desperate to get away from the baby blue wall painting motherfuckers back home trying to do it themselves. I'm telling you, this is a fucking mess. Starbucks is only successful because of the baby blue wall painters. Oh, fuck. Well, you gotta suck it up, though, because you got them kids, the little fuckers. They wake up and they want to see mom and dad. All right. And their eyes aren't as sensitive to obnoxious colors, apparently. I don't know. They said they don't seem to be bothered by it. They just go over there and they open up the fridge and they grab that orange juice and drink right out of the carton. And, all that stuff that kids do, But after the first assault by Baby Blue, I decided to sneak out through the bedroom window and push the car down the street before I started it. At some point, a man has to be a man. And if it comes to pushing cars down the street before they get started, well, that's part of the equation. I can push cars. I got one bad leg, so it takes longer. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, escape. Gotta escape. Get away from the baby blue wall painter. Then after I push it, I recover with a little, well, maybe a lot of huffing and puffing. I'm sitting there in the driver's seat. I lean back. And I got those, so I have a Volvo, and the Volvo's got all these buttons. And you can push one of the buttons, and, it's like one for me and one for the baby blue wall painter. And, so I push my button, and it rolls back, almost in a sleeping position. And it allows me to just breathe. Breathe. Relax. Okay, I'm feeling better now. But fuck. What I didn't realize, I forgot to get dressed. I got my jammy bottoms on. But I got no shoes and no shirt. And I still need that coffee. I gotta go into Starbucks with all the other abused fucking spouses and commiserate in a non-interactional way. I mean, everybody in there is commiserating on their own. It's a strange situation. I think everybody knows. I mean, I know. I look at them and I can say, yeah, you're married to somebody who paints shit baby blue. I know you are. Or maybe even worse, chartreuse or some kind of pink or something. I don't know. But clearly, you're here for the same reason I am, because nobody pays $5 for a cup of 6-cent coffee unless they need to get away from their insane spouses. That's what it's all about. Starbucks is all about providing a safe space for refugees from the insanity of painters, wall painters. That's what it's all about. Oh, man. Well, the first time this happened, the first time I snuck out and rolled the car down the street and kick-started it. And you don't kickstart, no, you know what I mean. And I felt neurotic, possessed. I felt absolutely confident that someone in Starbucks, and now, this is you got to get, it's an exposure thing. You got to, first of all, you have your own situation, and you kind of get used to that. You're in denial for a long time. I don't know what the 6 steps of all that shit are, but denial is a big one, right? So, the first time you sneak out and roll the car down the street and go to Starbucks and, to get your cup without baby blue walls, you're in denial, okay? And so you stand in line at Starbucks, and yeah, one of the people behind the counter writes your name on a cup, and they might laugh or comment. I mean, I went by a phony name. I named myself Jose. I don't know what it just came out, Jose. Yeah, I'm Jose. Now, this Starbucks happens to be in a neighborhood where everyone's white. I don't know how that works out. Who knows how? I'm not the guy who decides who buys the houses and who shops and blah, blah, blah. But everyone is fucking white in this Starbucks. Ha! Including the baristas. So, when the guy asked me, he said, what's your name? And I said, Jose. The guy giggled a little bit. He tried not to, but he did. And then he wrote Jose on the cup and then passed it along the line so somebody could put my coffee in it. So really, nobody said nothing. I mean, here I am. I'm Jose in the all-white Starbucks at, I don't know, it was early. It was almost dark. In fact, they're all so busy back there, grinding coffee and, making frappes and mochas and whatever the fuck they do. Nobody even seemed to notice. As a matter of fact, something I never noticed about Starbucks until this day was these people are damaged. They seem to be looking off into the distance. The 10,000-mile stare. I mean, how deadening of a job is it that, someone hands you a cup and you just have to fill it up with something? Try to imagine that. I'm not. No, I might have named myself Jose temporarily, but I am not going there. Nobody's going to make me look off into the distance, a 10,000-mile stare, and do the same thing 5 million times in a row. I mean, they don't pay these people enough. I think Starbucks should charge $50 for a cup of coffee and then pay these people fairly. 10,000-mile stare, like hunters in a blind, looking into the distance. Well, in the months that followed, you gotta remember, you're married, so getting out of this, baby blue painting Nazi relationship is not a simple thing. You gotta one step at a time, All right, so first I tried to get her to paint it something else. No, that didn't work. No, I like baby blue. Oh, baby blue, it's so fresh, and the baby likes it. Yeah, well, fuck you. In the months that followed, me trying to avoid my wife's horrible interior decorating preferences, I found that I had to up the game. At first, it was simple. When I'd wake up in the morning, now I wear my pajama bottoms to bed because, when we first got married, both of us would go to bed naked, and sometime in the night, almost every night, I'd find my wife going down on me, whether I was awake or not. But at some point, I just decided, I'm going to wear some pajama bottoms. I like to get through the night asleep. I don't want to wake up and somebody sucking my cock. That's just sleep is important. You got to get the right amount of sleep. You got to get into the REM state. And if somebody is sucking your cock in the middle of the night and wakes you up right in the middle of REM state, that's bad for your health. Okay, so I made the decision, pajama bottoms. Oh, fuck. She didn't like that. And the people at Starbucks, they didn't seem to be very fond of my pajama bottoms only attire. I felt like people were looking at me. Now, fortunately, I got an account at Starbucks, so all I had to do was, tell them the name and punched it in and got my coffee and then I got to go sit in a corner where everybody else was staring at me and like, he's wearing pajama bottoms. He's naked. No, I'm not fucking naked, lady. I got fucking pajama bottoms on and I ain't got no underwear, but you can't see my dick, can you? Can you see my dick, bitch? No, you can't. So shut the fuck up. This is divorce. I think divorce is probably the next stage. I mean, I really do not want to spend the rest of my life sneaking out of the house, rolling the car down the street, going to Starbucks in my pajamas, jammy bottoms, and ordering coffee and sitting in the corner and yelling at old ladies, "Fuck you!" I mean, that's not what I had a different vision of how my life would turn out. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see.